Good morning, beautiful souls. I'm here to talk to you today about the new moon. All right, it's not just any new moon. This is one that is a total solar eclipse in the sign of fun-loving Leo. So I'm a Leo. What sign are you? Let me know in the comments. So I want to take a few minutes to talk to you about what actually this means for your prosperity journey. And you are on a prosperity journey, whether you know it or not, and how you can actually use this energy on purpose instead of just letting it wash over you. Might as well take advantage of it. So why does this particular new moon matter? Now, I believe every new moon matters because it keeps you coming back onto the path. But this particular new moon, and this really every new moon, is a blank page. It's the moment where the sky goes dark before the light returns. So you will not see a moon in the sky. And that's because the sun and the moon are exactly together. And in that darkness is a beautiful invitation to plant a seed. And so when you plant your seed of intention or your goal or your wish, right, you're working with the natural rhythm of expansion instead of against it. And it's the easiest, most graceful time to reconnect with your vision and to your prosperity and what you want for yourself in your life and how you want to feel. Not by forcing anything into being, because we don't want to force, right? We want to magnetize, we want to attract things to us, but by getting really clear and letting the next 2 weeks of this next waxing phase where the moon gets brighter, let this light carry that seed forward into germination. So this is about staying true to your vision. It doesn't mean gripping it tightly. Okay. It means returning to it again and again at moments like this one so it stays alive in you. Hence the lunar cycles and the rhythm of the moon. You can come back to these phases every single month as a reminder to get back on the path and get focused and clear and make decisions that are inspired to move you forward. Now, the energy of this particular placement today, this new moon is actually happening in around 20 degrees of Leo, and it's a solar eclipse. That's really important. And it makes it more potent, kind of like a new beginning, but one that ripples out over the next 6 months rather than the next lunar phase or this next month. Okay. So it's also the South Node is a South Node eclipse as well, which means that the theme underneath it is about releasing, letting go, dropping things that you don't need. So I want to ask specifically releasing the need for outside approval, the habit of performing for others, and any pride that's been getting in the way of real connection, right? Leo kind of characteristics that can be not in alignment or congruent with how you want to run your life. And at the same time, Leo is asking you to claim your creativity. Okay, so you want to claim your creativity right now, your confidence, and your right to be visible, this time from a more authentic and truer place. So hold both of those together, right? This eclipse is asking you to let go of performing your worth and step into simply being your worth, being in it, knowing it from a very deep, soulful place. Now, how is that going to show up for each of the different wealth identities? I've talked a little bit about these in the past. If you don't know what they're about, I'm going to drop a link below and go and take the wealth identity quiz to see which wealth identity is currently performing in your life. Yeah, they can change, they can shift, and you might relate to all four of them, but I bet you one particular one is probably dominating your life right now. So I'm going to walk you through what this could look like depending on where you are in your journey here with the your wealth identity because it shows up differently for everyone. Oh, coffee, yum. Okay. So if you identify with the seeker, we want to graduate and move the journey into the sage, right? We're working with air element here. This eclipse may pull you out of your head and out of endless research. Okay? Because people who are seeking are always looking for the answer. And what it's asking actually is that you actually claim what you already know. You've got all the knowledge in here. This is what counts, right? It's not outside, it's here. So the question it raises for you seekers who want to become sages is what would you create today if you stopped waiting for permission to trust yourself? Let me say that again. Okay. What would you create today if you stopped waiting for permission to trust yourself? Now that's the seeker, your over dominant air. It's running a little bit crazy for you. Now, moving on to the provider, moving into the receiver, this is water element, okay? So you may feel this as an invitation to stop giving in, right? Giving in order to be needed, really. That need to be always be needed and to let yourself be seen and supported instead. What would it be for you to receive, right? And the question that comes up for this wealth identity is, where are you still giving so that you will be loved instead of opening your hands to receive what is already yours? Okay, let's say that again. Where are you still giving to be loved or to feel loved instead of opening your hands to receive what is already yours? Because people who give because they need to fill this hole of being needed and loved, and it never gets full. So how do we receive when you're providing? How do you become the receiver? We talk about this in my program. So the protector moving into the steward, which is earth energy, this eclipse is going to ask you to stop quietly guarding your resources and instead lead with them, visibility and with confidence, right? The question that it's going to want to ask you if you're relating to this wealth identity is what becomes possible if you stop protecting what you have. So stop protecting what you have and start stewarding it out loud. So what do you need to stop protecting and what can you start stewarding out loud? That's for the protector. Moving on to the last wealth identity. This is the performer moving into the leader, and this is going to be most impactful to you guys, okay? These are the fire elements. This is Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries, okay? So since fire and Leo speak the same language, this eclipse is asking you to notice where you've been performing your worth for an audience, okay? And to come home to leading from your own heart instead, right? Leo's all about heart center, being open. So the question it raises for those fiery people, the performers, okay, is are you creating this because it's true for you or because you want to be seen in a certain way? What's the act? What's the act that you need to drop? How can you just be seen for who you are? So wherever you land on this list, there's no wrong answer. And we're just here to notice what stirs, like what's coming up for you. So the new moon, how to work with this new moon really is we want to set an intention. I want to take some time, right, in the darkness before the light starts to shine again. So number one, 3 steps. First step is you want to get quiet, okay? Get quiet before you get specific. 2 very important things. So place a hand on your heart. Take a few slow, deep breaths in. And then ask yourself, what wants to be true for you these next 6 months? From the place of where you want to create prosperity in your life, whether it's money or love or community or relationships or career, whatever it is for you, right? What wants to be true for you these next 6 months? And feel into the answer before your mind, your logical mind, rushes in to answer it or write it down, okay? So that's step number 2. Step number 2, write it down, right? Write your intention as if it's already so. Not I want or I hope, but I am. Root it in who you are becoming, not just what you want to happen, right? Your identity is what actually shifts your prosperity. And then the outcome follows. If you say, I want, then of course you're going to get back more of that need to want all the time. I'm wanting all the time. We don't want that. We want to realize our dreams and our goals. We want to live in it. So to become it. So what does it look like? What's your life look like when you've already created it for yourself, as if it's real? And then the third step is to anchor it with a small ritual or action, okay? So light a candle, speak your intention out loud, write it in your journal, right? And then close the book. There's finality to it. Whatever you choose, let it be the moment you actually release the seed into the dark soil of this new moon. And trust that the light, that with the light, it's going to grow from there. So you need to plan it, nurture it, but you need to detach from it, right? I always say, set an intention, pay attention, and no tension. Let it go. Let the universe, work on it with you. So this eclipse is so powerful, and it's also very kind, right? It's just simply asking you to stop performing your prosperity, stop performing and start becoming it. Start stepping into that place within yourself that's already wise and be that person. So take the quiz, the Wealth Identity quiz. And I'm also hosting a fall restful harvest webinar, masterclass, whatever you want to call it, Saturday, the 22nd of August at 10 a.m. So I'd love to see you there. It's a free session. Come on in and let's start shifting some of your mindset, emotions, and ancestral beliefs that might be limiting you from creating the life you want to live. Okay, so drop any comments drop anything you think or want or ask in the comments. Let me know which prosperity type you are. And this is a powerful new moon, so don't lose the opportunity to set a very powerful intention today.